Welcome to Spooky Southern Storytime. Yes, I have a filter on. I haven't slept for 2 days. I'm a little tired and I'm going to cover this and make it look, decent, like I'm a person. So, I do have a really cool story. Normally I tell ones from my childhood and everything and from me being a teenager, but this happened the other night and I had to tell a bunch of people. I have to tell all of you because you will freak out when you hear it. All right, so settle in and get comfortable. It's awesome. So the other night, I had to take my friend to the emergency room because she thought she had dislocated her left shoulder. And we got to the emergency room, it was like 7 o'clock, and we were there till like 1 a.m. And normally with emergency rooms and hospitals and stuff like that, I usually get like really weird feelings. Because people die in them. It happens. People die. There's weird residual energy of people who have died and didn't know and they're stuck there, or it's just random weird spooky stuff. And we were just sitting there waiting for the doctor to come in, and I sat there for a second. I was like, that's really weird. And I was like, do you feel that? And she was like, feel what? And I said, that exactly that, nothing. I don't feel anything. Normally when I'm in hospitals of any kind, there's always some weird like people dying energy, sad energy, all that stuff. Sorry, my hair's on my you get like sad energy, people who are like in comas or anything like that. And I didn't get that. I don't know if it's because maybe it's a newer hospital or I don't know. It was just a really odd feeling of nothing being there. Yeah, I didn't account for something being there, but it wasn't the something that I thought it would be. And I thought, wait a minute. And I got quiet for a second and I was like, what's the only thing that's here though? And she looked at me and she's like, death. Death was in the hospital. Then if you want to call it an entity, if you want to call it energy or anything like that, but I guess the entity of death was there. Because, it's hospital. People are going to die, but death is usually always there to, escort them on to the place of wherever they're supposed to go. But I thought it was really strange. I was like, yeah, death is the only thing here. And so she was like, she started going under the effects of her medication that they gave her. So I got really quiet and I was sitting there and all of a sudden I hear a voice. And it said, oh, yeah. And I was like, oh, yeah, what? And it said, oh, it's just really quiet tonight. And I thought, what? I'm sorry, what? Isn't that the phrase that you're not supposed to say in emergency rooms? And if you do say that out loud, it gets like super crazy and all sorts of insane things happen and it gets really busy and stuff. But yeah, I heard death tell me, no, it's just pretty quiet tonight. Just hanging around. I'm not going to take anyone tonight. Maybe tomorrow. I beg your pardon? I mean, yay, but okay. Death took the night off. I was not expecting it, like I said, but those are the best paranormal encounters. So yes, death took the night off. That was pretty cool. So, thought you would love that. I'll have more spooky stories for you tomorrow, so stay tuned and enjoy. Stay spooky, y'all.